All right, Braxton and I have we've videotaped his swing, and now we've come on over to the monitor, and we're going to take a look at not only the tape that we just made, but we're going to go back in time and look at swings that we took back when he started with me 3 years ago, and then one that we just took just a couple weeks ago to show what's been going on immediately. And this is a progressive thing. It's a learning process. Braxton has been working hard on his game for 3 years now, and you know, we want to show him where he's been so that he can get some confidence from that, and we also want to sort of, you know, talk about where he's going and what our ultimate goal is for his golf swing. So a video can be a very, very useful tool in this process. So Braxton, let's go back. Let's go back to where you were originally. So I think this is the first tape we took. This is in November of 2010. You were a little bit shorter guy back then. And we'll put a typical line that I like to put up, and this is called the shaft lane. Different teachers have different lines that they use. I use this line. It doesn't mean that we need to play on that line. It's just it's something that I can definitely go to. I've used it for years and years, so it's my reference point. And so we'll take this back, Braxton, and we'll realize that you had a pretty flat swing. You tended to bring the club. You brought not only the club head under plane here, but your arm really laid very much across your shoulder line, and you know, you got what I would call very deep. But at the same time, you would sort of lose your posture. So we'll see your rear end move off of this line that I drew back there. You're falling forward a little bit, but the club is quite a ways behind you. If we draw a line right here, your hands are just barely above your head. And we used to talk about that being a stuck position. It's very common for kids Braxton's age, and he had already grown a little bit. He was fairly tall then, and he's grown even more. Very easy for a young player to get stuck, and that means that the club will just keep on going around and get a little bit flat and get off to the side of his body a little bit too much, and that's where Braxton was here. So he had some recovery to do, and so Braxton, you'll see that club's way back behind you. That puts your body a little bit too far ahead on the way down. Also, you moved even further off of this line back here that I drew on your rear end. And so now you've got some difficulty, and you're going to have to use your hands and arms a lot to try to square that club face up. So that was the big problem that you had back then. Now I'm going to move over to this swing that we took just 2 or 3 weeks ago, and let's get the other view here down the line. Now, I was pretty excited about this particular swing that you took this day. We're going to see where, we'll go back to the other one and put you on the takeaway position. You can see how this club head was under plane. It's under the red line. What we really want is on the takeaway for the club head and the hands to be more or less on top of each other.